name is Blake Miller, and today I'm going to learn how to wrestle. This is my good friend Corey Gottlieb, and he says that he's a good wrestler. I think I believe him. Corey, what's your wrestling background?
I wrestled for 10 years, 4 years in high school, so pretty extensive background.
Alright, well, I look forward to learning some stuff, and let's get started. So this is my first attempt at wrestling. I have never wrestled before, or barely even know the rules, but I'm going to give it a go here. So, let's go.
So the first way to score in wrestling is a takedown. A takedown is 2 points. So now I'm going to show Blake how to get a takedown. A takedown is when you take your opponent down and you climb up his body, you get up to his waist, and you put him on his stomach or onto his back, like this. Ready? So the first thing is your stance. You're going to start with your shoulders, your feet about shoulder width apart. Put one foot in front of the other a little bit, and your hands out. You're going to take your front foot, you're going to put it on a mat, slide your back foot through as you grab your opponent, and finish like this. Okay. Now you try. Okay. Start low, come through, take that.
I learned a little bit more about wrestling today. I learned the proper stance to get low with your hands out, and I also learned that a takedown is 2 points, and also the proper technique to do a takedown.
So tomorrow we're going to go over another lesson, the second position of wrestling, which is referee's position. Good job today, Blake. So our second lesson is going to be on referee's position, which takes place when one person gets a takedown and they go out of bounds, or at the start of the second or third period. So if you get taken down and then you go out of bounds, you're going to be on bottom, which looks like this, Blake. Get down on your hands and knees. You want your laces flat on the mat. You want to sit back on your heels. You want to put your hands about 6 inches in front of your knees, really light, and arch your back a little, just like this. Then the second person who's on top, the second person who gets a takedown, come on top, and he'll go like this. The knee on his right side goes down the mat, and the back knee is up. You wrap one hand around the stomach, right on the belly button, and the other hand comes right on the elbow. And your head goes right on his back like this. Give it a try.
Alright, so where?
So your side knee, whatever side you're more comfortable with, is going to go down on either next to my knee, on either side.
This is like up.
Then it goes down. And then it goes up. There you go. And then this hand comes around my belly button. Just like stance, how to do a takedown, some more positions, top, bottom, and referee positions. I'm going to show one more takedown that has bottom. You come in, you grab around his head, or her head, put both hands on her arm, or his arm, and step through with your hip, and then you squat onto the mat, just like that. Alright, so
So now that I've learned a lot, I'm going to put it to the test and see if I can take down Corey. Alright.
whoa, good takedown.
Alright, so here we are at the end of our second lesson. I was able to learn a lot about wrestling here with Corey. I learned the different starting positions, the different takedowns, and a little bit of the rules about wrestling with the points and all of that. So Corey, thanks for your time. Really appreciate it. During my first attempt at wrestling with Corey, I felt very uncomfortable and honestly had no clue what I was doing. I was able to receive intrinsic feedback during our first attempt at wrestling by watching Corey's movements and by realizing I did not stay low enough to the ground because I got taken down by Corey. I also had a hurt thumb from basketball, which impaired some of my movements to try and grab onto Corey and try and take him down. Corey gave me augmented feedback on what I was doing and also how to perform the skills needed. He told me the proper foot and hand placement and the different wrestling positions. I received knowledge of results and performance when I did not properly take down Corey, and it was obvious that I was doing certain things incorrectly. Corey told me that in high school he used to teach 3rd and 4th graders the proper techniques of wrestling. He said that he believes learning wrestling is a very visual concept, and the best way to learn is by examining other people wrestling. This caused a problem because it would have been helpful for me to watch two people who knew what they were doing wrestle each other. I believe Corey did a good job coaching me with the resources and time we had. Corey told me that there are many techniques in wrestling and it's hard to teach someone in a short period of time. I believe Corey could have improved his teaching by giving me more feedback on what I was doing wrong and correctly. Overall, I believe Corey was an effective teacher because I learned information that I did not know prior to our lessons. I was able to learn the rules of wrestling, the proper stances, and the different techniques used in wrestling.